The women's track and field team cruises to its second straight win at Wheaton College as they take down multiple CCIW foes in the Don Church Twilight Invitational. But the conference meet is quickly approaching, and we look at how the squad hopes to keep their stride to bring home the title right now on the Cardinal Report. Welcome to the Cardinal Report. I'm Marc Dahlquist. Joining me to start this week is head coach for the women's track and field team, Kari Kluckhohn. Coach, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for inviting us.
So the Cardinals had a great showing for the second straight week at Wheaton College as you guys come away with first place finish at the Don Church Twilight Invitational. Yeah,
we had a great meet, really put things together across the board in every event area. I think we had 7 event winners on the weekend, and we faced really, I would say, some of the strongest competition in our conference. So it was nice to have that strong feeling going into the conference championships for next year.
Yeah, you mentioned
next week, sorry.
Yeah, that happens. But you said that a lot of the conference was there. I mean, the Wesleyans, the Wheatons, the Elmhurst. So really, you guys got to sort of gauge your lineup to see where you guys are going to be at.
Yeah, we obviously didn't load everything just like no one did within the conference, but we did put people in some of their main events and getting those second to last looks and trying to make our conference lineup and kind of seeing where we would fare both on the conference honor roll and then within our teams as well. So to really see how we were head to head in different event areas is good to know going in. Gives us a good feel for what we should be able to expect next week.
And how do you as a coach just sort of decide where to put that power in the lineup and where not to?
Well, you kind of look at the course of the year. We have a depth chart that we utilize. We have a conference honor roll, that you can find online, and you really are able to see how people are performing at different times of the year and if they're peaking or if they're fading, both on your own team but also from other teams. And then you strategically plan where to put people. You kind of try to guess that the game is almost before the meet itself, figuring out where other coaches are going to put their athletes and then scoring it up that way and seeing, how you'll be your strongest as a team.
Well, you definitely guessed right on Saturday. And the Cardinal Report was there to see the team be the shining star at the Don Church Twilight. Let's check out the highlight. NCC women's track and field team heading to Wheaton College for the second straight week, where 4 other CCIW teams are set to compete, and the Cardinals are hoping to turn some heads. Lena Baker took off her super cape before a mighty performance in the hammer throw. Her toss of 151 feet 4 inches was a PR and took the top spot. Liz Composto won the pole vault going 12 feet 7.5 inches, and teammate Brooke Patterson followed her up, clearing 10 feet 10 inches for second. Jordan Flowers was hoping to raise the bar in the high jump. She took second, clearing 5 feet 2 inches. Teammate Jocelyn Redlinski cleared the same height, but fewer misses gives her the crown. Redlinski would return on the track, taking second in the 100 hurdles in 15.21, but Samantha Nelson of Carthage wins in 14.83. Mandy Coglanese and Amina Jackson went 1-2 in the 400-meter hurdles, clocking in at 1 minute 3.38 seconds and 1 minute 4.91 seconds respectively to add to the team total. Former Cardinal Kayla Murphy was pushing the field in the 200, running unattached. Current Cardinal Alana Ainsley would win it in 25.8 seconds. NCC's Brittany Olson comes in third. Ainsley also showed her speed in the 100, taking first in 12.42 seconds. Olson again in the third spot, and the Cardinals cruise to victory over the bulk of the conference. Coach, you mentioned the depth chart, and this team has really shown its depth this season. I feel like at the meet you guys get a number of events where you go 1-2. In particular, the pole vault, the 400-meter hurdles. Yeah. You guys have really shown that if one Cardinal isn't going to be able to be on top of the podium, the next one in line could.
Well, that's the whole goal of creating a whole program anyway, is that you don't want one person to feel all the pressure to carry the weight of the team on their shoulders, and you want to be able to spread the responsibility and the excitement over the course of several people in an event, but also in every event area. You can't rely on just one event area to carry the team either. That's a lot lot to put on a small group of people. So we like to be able to create environment in training every day where you have people to train with that are similar ability. That's just going to help you get better. And then when you can compete together, you warm up together, and you can race together or do your events together. You just have a great dynamic going in. But yeah, we had our 400 hurdles went great. We went 1-2 with Mandy and Amina, sophomore and a freshman, both ran really well. Pole vault, with Liz and Brooke going 1 and 2, really had some very strong, showings.
And the high jump, you guys showed your depth, obviously, going 1-2 in that event. And it's almost like families within families with this team. The high jumpers, the throwers, you guys you're off on your own during these meets, but then you all really come together as one big team, because that's really the ultimate goal, is the team conference championship.
Yeah, when each group can invest in each other, so like the high jumpers, which you clearly can see, we scored all 5 indoor. At any meet, we're scoring most of our high jumpers as well. When you see that kind of dynamic within an event area, it just carries to the others as well, and everybody understands the shared responsibility they have in the outcome of the whole team. And one of our quotes is of many one. It takes a lot of people to create one unit, and we're a family, and if we train like that and compete like that, then the outcome will be what we hope it will be. And
this family's going to be together for a little bit. A lot of the depth on this team is the younger grades, which shows a great job in recruiting on your part. But who are some of the older girls that you guys have looked to? I know Kayla Murphy is still sort of a part of the team, even though she's running unattached. But you have some older girls like Jocelyn Redlinski. Who does the younger team members look to for guidance?
Yeah, when you look at, fortunately, Jocelyn's a junior, and Nora, the two that you're going to have on here, are juniors. So they're upperclassmen, and they lead very well, and lead by example on a daily basis. And those are the kind of people, fortunately, you have for another year. Sarah Stager is a junior as well, who's out at the throws. And when you look at the throws, a lot of times they're kind of on their own because of location specifically. Right. And, the last 2 weeks they've been, 6 blocks from the track. Yeah. So having an upperclassman out there is really important to have. And, when you look at some of our seniors, like Amanda Merrick and Molly and Maggie and Nikki, people that are our captains on the team, that take a vested interest in their event groups, but across the board, that's really important.
Well, they've definitely stepped up this year. Don't go anywhere, because after the break, we continue to break down the team with Coach Kluckhohn right after this.
Loaves and Fishes Community Pantry provides more than food. We provide hope. With your help, we can provide food and hope to children, families, and seniors in need. Please visit us online to find out how you can join us in the fight to end hunger in our community. Loaves and Fishes, the power of community to change lives.
Welcome back. With us still is women's head track and field coach, Kari Kluckhohn. Coach, so we mentioned the conference was obviously at the Wheaton Twilight. What do you think that, the Wesleyans, the Wheatons, the Carthage, what do they bring to the table that could be troublesome for the Cardinals in a couple weeks?
I think the conference is very deep, even more so than indoor. And going into the indoor meet, I thought there were, a few teams that really were going to be really competitive with one another. Unfortunately, we, ended up on the top. But I haven't actually scored the meet, which is surprising because I usually do by now. But just based on, the weather that we've had and not really being able to see, where people really were throughout the whole conference. This weekend was a really good, a good place to see how people are doing. We have got some strengths in other places that we have strengths that other people don't, and other people have strengths that we don't. The fortunate thing for us is really across the board in any event area that we have, we are able to score somewhere in all those 21 events, whether it's one person or several. So the depth is definitely going to help us, but there's a couple areas, like Wheaton has been running great in those middle distances and distances. Wesleyan has a great balance in their jumps and their multis, and really in their middle distances as well in distance. Carthage has great throwers. They've got some really good sprinters as well. So people have different strengths in different places, and that's the whole game of trying to figure out what people are going to put people in over those 2 days and see who comes out on top.
Well, a great way to set the tone of any meet is taking home that first relay, and you guys are able to do that in the 4x1. How do you as a coach sort of decide what's going to be the best combo of athletes to run in those relays?
Well, since we really hadn't got the baton around yet all year, we've made adjustments over the last couple of weeks. We had an early season injury with one of the girls that we had in, and we tried a couple other people, and we just needed a good curve runner. We knew we had 3 decent legs, and we needed to find a good curve runner, and that's why, like Mandy, we put Mandy in for the first time since high school, and she ran a great curve. The same thing, you know, happened in the 4x4. We really had 2 great relays, and people working towards being on that relay, and you can run a 3:58 and a 4:07 with 2 different relays, and we still have a couple we haven't seen yet. It's a good problem for a coach to have, and it's challenging for the women, but the good thing is people know when they come to North Central, we never hold a relay spot. You always earn your opportunities, and because it's always that team mindset.
And what's that say about Mandy? He's showing that team mindset. Normally, you know, a 400 runner mid-distance to step in and run that curve leg.
Yeah, that's something we talked about with her. And she ran the 4x1 in high school, and she ran the 100 hurdles in high school. She's got great foot speed, and she can run a really nice curve. And good hurdlers, you know, long hurdlers can run good curves. And we thought we'd give it a try since we had kind of had that little opening that hadn't been working for us. So, and it worked well, and we hope it continues to work well.
One athlete that's really been working well this season, Liz Composto, has really been a shining star in the pole vault, obviously. She qualified for indoor nationals, and outdoors she's been pushing it, it seems like. She only cleared 1 height Saturday, but that's because she raised that bar and really wanted to go for it, it seemed like. Well,
she actually set her lifetime best on Saturday. She went 385, which is 12.7.5, which is what she got at indoor nationals. So she's actually ranked 3rd in the nation right now in the pole vault, and she's just done a great job. I mean, it comes back to that discipline over the course of the entire year. Consistent quality training will yield positive results. You know, it's not just consistent training, but it's quality training, and that's what she does. And she's just got a strong mindset every time she gets up there. So.
Another person that joined her at indoor nationals was the athlete we'll have on soon enough, Jocelyn Redlinski. She's really an all-around, whether you need her in throws, hurdles, jumps. It seems like she'll do it.
Oh, yeah, she's been great. I mean, indoor, we asked a lot of her at the conference championships, you know, with doing the multis, doing hurdles, high jump, long jump. I mean, she had her hands full, and she did extremely well. You know, she won the high jump this past weekend as well, and has run under 15 seconds in the 100 hurdles this season. So she's been doing great. You know, and those are the type of people, as you see, as they mature over the course of their, you know, their career, to be able to handle that pressure and, you know, request or from a coach to commit that much of herself over a couple days. It's impressive.
And one of the more specialists are the throwers. They're looking at, you know, Ebony Stallworth in the shot put, Lena Baker in the hammer throw. They really have honed their skills, and those two are making a push to bring home a conference championship.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Ebony went to nationals indoor in the shot put and has had a great season so far. And Lena has been, you know, exceptional in the hammer. I mean, her development from last year to this year has been, you know, excellent. And it really comes back to the same philosophy: consistent quality training over a period of time will yield positive results. And she works harder than, you know, a lot of people that I've seen. She does that extra that you have to do to be that good. You know, and the hammer is something, if you have good strength and speed, you know, and good body awareness, that you can throw far. And she's figured it out very well within a year. It's going to be exciting to see what happens over the next couple.
Well, it should be very exciting over the next couple weeks, Coach. Best of luck at conference.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
When we return, we welcome in 2 Cardinals that are hoping to help the team take home the conference championship. Don't go away.